Hey, what's up everybody? It's Bree Day. I just wanted to make a quick follow-up video from my previous uploads with the open discussion with the Hebrew Israelites, just to clarify a few things. So first, I wanted to just preface this video by saying two things. One, if you watched any video on my channel, including this one, I just want to say that I appreciate you for watching. Two, we don't have to have the same beliefs for me to respect you, and so I expect and demand respect in return. And so if that's not something that you think that you're capable of doing, is providing people with respect, then this isn't the channel for you. You can go ahead and click off the video now. If you subscribe, you might want to subscribe, you feel me? But I'm not going to tolerate any disrespect, because I will remove it and block you, so you might as well not waste your time. So the first thing I wanted to discuss, I have a list so I can stay on track because I will ramble, is my demeanor in the previous videos. A lot of people could tell that I was like visibly irritated, and my body language, somebody said my body language and my facial expressions and something else. Yeah, I definitely was irritated, and the reason why I was irritated was 100% my fault, so that made it even more irritating. So it sucks. To give myself the benefit of the doubt, that was my first time doing anything like that, as far as getting a group of people together to have a discussion, far less recording it. I did everything just about on my own, as far as planning and setup and trying to get everybody coordinated on the same time schedule. I only had my one camera that I'm filming with today. My camera was dying. It was, I learned a lot. But yeah, there were a couple reasons why I was irritated. First thing being, there was absolutely no order. I had order a way I had intended for the video to go and for us to have the discussion in an orderly fashion. I had that already in my mind, but it's my fault for not communicating that well with everybody before we started. So that was one reason why I was irritated. The guys were talking over me and each other, and so it was kind of confusing, and that led to the other girls not wanting to say anything, so that left me the only female speaking pretty much. It was a lot. Like, they literally told me like that was the reason why they didn't say anything. Like, they didn't feel like fighting to say, you know, something, because I really had to fight to say something, because we were all, you know, talking. And I understand when you are like talking about something that you're passionate about, you get excited, so I definitely understand that. But it was just kind of no order, and that's not how it was meant to go at all. The second reason I was pretty upset was because I felt like the questions I had prepared weren't really being answered. I felt like we were just getting a whole bunch of scriptures thrown at us, and really we were, which took up a lot of time. And somebody had commented and was like, oh, she's so rude and she's not listening and she keeps getting up or whatever. Like I said, I was doing this by myself with one camera and one battery. So I kept getting up to check the camera to see if it was still on, and actually the camera ended up dying towards the end, after the Hebrew Israelite lady came and was speaking, because she was here the whole time, but when she decided to join the discussion, there was a lot of discussion that wasn't recorded at all, and a lot of questions that just weren't in the videos. And I call her the Hebrew Israelite woman or lady because I didn't catch her name, because she wasn't there in the beginning when we were introducing ourselves and stuff like that. So yeah, there were so many things that were discussed after she joined the discussion. We discussed polygamy, 144,000 people into heaven, that verse. What else? Let me see, I think I wrote it down. Reincarnation, and tithes and offering, and some other things that I can't even remember. But yeah, my camera had died. Luckily, since then, I've rectified that, so next time I have any discussion, that won't be an issue. But yeah, that sucked, because I didn't get that on film, and it broke my heart when I realized that it just wasn't, it wasn't there. But to speak on the Hebrew Israelite lady, I felt like her dialogue and her dialogue was very personal, and she was speaking from experience and what she knew and she believed and what she remembered of her, you know, teachings and things like that. And so that's how I really intended for the discussion to go. And so she wasn't throwing scriptures at us. She was just speaking based off of what she knew and felt. So that was really helpful, and that's really how I thought that we all were gonna, you know, be doing, but that didn't end up being the case. I definitely thought that scriptures, you know, were gonna come up. I knew that scriptures were gonna come up, but I didn't know that it was going to be as much as it did, as frequently as they were brought up and read and stuff. So with that being said, with there being so many questions that were left unanswered or not recorded, I definitely would be open to them coming back if they so choose. And I did say if. And so that brings me to my second point that I wanted to speak on in this video. And the third point that I'm going to speak on is only for the people who have recently subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. But yeah, the last part of this video is for you guys. But the second thing I wanted to discuss, what my intentions were sitting down with Hebrew Israelites, how the discussion was supposed to go, and what are my intentions for this channel. So my intentions, if you watch part 1, you may have heard me say basically what my intentions are. Basically, I just feel like communication has the ability to bridge gaps and bring people closer together. And so that's my goal with this channel, is to have open discussions and bridge gaps. And as a Black community, there has been so many things that have been used to divide us. A lot of things. So if I could build even a small platform where Black people can come together and have open discussions on things that most people won't discuss, I feel like that could lead to a lot of understanding and acceptance, and if nothing more, a deeper level of respect for each other, even if it just starts with my generation. So basically, that's my intention for this channel. Like I was saying, this has been something that I wanted to do for a while, but I didn't know where to start, who to start with. And then one day I was speaking to my friend Cortland about some of the life changes he was making and why, and he was speaking on some of the things that he believed, and it did seem pretty extremist to me, some of the things that he believed. So I was like, hey, would you and some of your friends be interested in sitting down and having an open discussion that is recorded? And obviously they said yeah, and so that's how it started. So the way I intended for the video to go, or how for the discussion to go, because I did have order and organization in my mind to begin with, it just didn't end up happening that way. And like I was telling you guys, it's my fault for not making it clear. So I had brought index cards with questions, mainly questions I had prepared, and some of the ladies who were there with me, they had contributed, and my mom. So I had those questions. I also had blank index cards for the guys if they wanted to write down any questions, you know, to add to the pile. And the way it was supposed to go was, it wasn't supposed to be any type of Hebrew Israelite interview. Some people got the impression that they were here trying to have Bible study of some sort or teach us something. They were definitely supposed to be teaching us about what they believe, but it was supposed to be an open discussion. It was supposed to be all of us speaking about what we believe. So how I intended for it to go was, you know, ask the question, then the person over here answers the question, then goes down the line. Then we ask the next question, start with a different person, go down the line, come back to the first person. And it was supposed to be order like that, and everybody was supposed to get to say what they felt about the question, or how answer the question for themselves if they chose to. So that's how it was supposed to go. That's not how it ended up happening, but that's how it will happen in the future with future open discussions that I have on this channel. And to be quite honest with you guys, if the ladies had known it was gonna be, you know, kind of chaotic and, you know, a whole bunch of scriptures being thrown at us, I don't think anybody would have signed up for that. I don't think anybody would have shown up. So yeah, that's definitely not how I expected it to go. Like I was saying, I definitely expected scriptures to be brought up, but not like that. If you may notice in the first video, I was able to, you know, go and find the scriptures and post it. But after that first video, I was like, I can't do this. I would be editing forever if I sat here and tried to go and find every scripture that was brought up and paste it on the video. So I aborted that. Couldn't do it anymore because it was just way too many. To hit more on intentions, my intentions with how the order of the video was supposed to go weren't made clear. My fault, like I was saying. And also, I don't think I made the my intentions of what I was wanting my channel to be about and my reasoning for wanting to sit down with them. I don't think I made that clear to them, because I felt like they kind of came at us as trying to force knowledge that they felt like they believed on us. And so that's definitely not how it was supposed to go. Even at the end, like when we were all about to go home, like they were like, do you still consider yourself black? Do you still consider yourself Christian? And that's when it all clicked to me, like they really had it messed up. Like they thought that this was gonna be something that it wasn't, you know. And so I knew that if I was gonna do it again, that I had to make those things clear to them. So shortly after we had that discussion, Cortland hit me up and was like, are you interested in doing it again? When can we do it again? And I told him, you know, straight up that if it was going to be like the time before and we were just going to be getting scriptures thrown at us, that, you know, that wasn't really answering my questions. If you could explain the scriptures, that would be great. I told him that. Like, if you could explain the scriptures, then I would be more open to doing it. But I just had my reservations based off of how it went before. And I was telling him, like, we can't do that. And he was like, oh, no. Like, we can, you know, explain the scriptures. And I was like, okay, great. So from there, I also wanted to make clear what my intentions were sitting down with them, and also how the video was supposed to go, how the order was supposed to go, and things of that nature. So that way it would be clarified. He could pass the message on to his two friends, and everybody would be on the same page the next time. Apparently, after I gave that information to him, the guy in the black hoodie, Kendrick decided that he was not going to come back, and him or his girlfriend, the Hebrew Israelite lady, was not going to come back because he said that I was not trying to learn anything and that I was doing this only for views. I had 24 subscribers on this channel and 1 video on this channel. I have another channel that I'm currently trying to grow, which is my personal channel. It's just about, you know, travel and makeup and vlogs and things of that nature. So if I was really trying to grow a channel, I would have put all these videos on that channel. I don't understand where he drew that conclusion from. And if I didn't care to know about, you know, their perspectives or learn from their perspectives, learn about their perspectives, then I would have never invited them in the first place. So that's when I knew that obviously my intentions were either not made clear to him, or his intentions don't align with mine. So either way, it's fine. It's completely cool. So it's just unfortunate that he felt that way. Then from there, Be Golden, I think, he either said that he was too busy or he wasn't interested anymore, which, like I said, is also cool. So that just leaves Cortland. Cortland may be back on the channel, but that's still kind of up in the air as well. So yeah, that's why I said if they decide to come back. If they decide to come back, the door is open on my end. But also if they don't, then, you know, that's cool. It doesn't seem like they are going to come back at this point. But I definitely do appreciate them coming and sharing what they did share. As far as future videos, we are young adults. A lot of us have work, school, and definitely personal lives. So it's kind of hard to get everybody together on the same page and same date, same time type thing. So please bear with us because we're trying, I promise you. Brings me to my third and final point of this whole video. Is basically where I want this channel to go from here. So I'm definitely gonna keep having open discussions with people who have different perspectives than me. So if you kind of was under the impression that this was going to be a channel that only gave you Hebrew Israelite related content, then it is not the case at all. That was just where I started, and that was an opportunity that I had to sit down with them that I was very appreciative of, that got the things rolling for me, because like I was telling you guys, this is something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. So not to say you won't see any more Hebrew Israelite content, because like I said, there's a lot of questions that I didn't get to answer and a lot of questions that weren't filmed. So I would be open to them coming back, or I would be open to another camp coming answering those questions. I do plan on making a video with the ladies who were with me, since they didn't get to really speak much during that video. We're gonna make a video sometime in the near future. So that will probably be more about Hebrew Israelite. There will be other videos on this channel posted about Hebrew Israelite content, but don't expect just that. That's all I'm saying. I have had people reach out to me who want to speak about their beliefs, and I am open to speaking to people, even if you don't live in my area. You know, there's Google Hangout and stuff like that, so that's something that may be in the works soon. But yeah, I just wanted to make that clear for those of you guys who have recently subscribed to me. I just don't want you to, you know, if you got the impression that that's all you're gonna get from this channel, I definitely understand why, because that's virtually all the content I have on the channel is Hebrew Israelite related. But that's not the case. So if you decide to unsubscribe, I definitely understand. But if you see my vision, if you support the kid, or you just nosy and you just want to see where the channel goes, you feel me, welcome to the fam. I'm just trying to create more unity in the Black community, even if it's on a small level. So I'm really looking forward to sitting down with some people who have different perspectives than mine, who are interested in hearing about my perspective as much as I am interested in hearing about their perspective, if that makes sense. So I'm really looking forward to that. And last but certainly not least, I received a comment from the middle, shout out to you, that said, I'd really like you to make a follow-up video going over what you learned and what you agreed with and what you disagreed with. I definitely love that idea, and I'm definitely gonna do that as well. So for those of you guys who decided to stick around, leave me a comment below and let me know what you would like to see next on this channel. This has been Brila Day, and until next time, I love you and be well.